The MCU's newest movie is a big win. Hello everybody, my name is Jesse and welcome to my channel. Thunderbolts is the newest MCU film that just came out a little over a week ago. I was finally able to check it out, so today I'm going to give you my thoughts on this movie. And I am very happy to say that I really enjoyed this movie. I think it is one of the best movies post-Endgame, and I think this was a much-needed win for the MCU. It's been a really long time since I really enjoyed an MCU movie like this. I think the past two MCU projects that I've genuinely loved, Deadpool and Wolverine and Daredevil Born Again, haven't really been true MCU projects. They've both been coming off of projects that were previously outside of the MCU. So it's been almost 2 full years since Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, since I truly loved a true MCU project. So it makes me more than happy to say that I enjoyed this movie, especially coming off of the hot pile of trash that was Captain America Brave New World. This was a breath of fresh air. So starting with a bunch of my positives on this film, and the first one is this was really a much more simple MCU movie than the past couple that we've gotten. It's grounded, it's focused, it feels unlike Captain America Brave New World. It felt intentional. Everything was well put together. The movie trusted its director and its writers to tell a coherent, good story rather than the studio coming in and forcing a bunch of reshoots or rewrites. It doesn't feel choppy and rushed and felt like it was put together in the editing room. It felt it had a clear goal from the beginning, and you can feel it. It works really well. When it comes to the characters, Yelena and the Red Guardian are at the center of this movie, and they are both incredible. I think Florence Pugh nails it just like always, and I think this movie has solidified Yelena as one of my favorite characters post-Endgame, and with her seeming to be the new face of the MCU, I think I'm on board for that. I think she's a fantastic character. She does great every single time, and this movie continues to add new layers to her, and that's really what this movie does really well. And I'll get more into it in a minute, but it manages to add layers to characters that we thought we already knew in a really good way. David Harbour steals the show as Alexei Shostakov, the Red Guardian. He is hilarious. He plays just that lovable idiot in such a great way, and he definitely has the best laugh out loud moments in the movie. Along with Bob, actually was a fantastic standout. There's a lot of great jokes with his character, and he is a much more prominent character than you may think. He was great in it. I loved him. Lewis Pullman nailed it. I think one of my favorite things about Thunderbolts is its themes and the way that it handled them. The movie tackles some pretty deep and dark themes like loneliness, depression, mental illness, even trauma. And it, like I said earlier, it adds layers to each of the characters in this film. All of these characters are outcasts. They feel like losers. They're all struggling with their own shit, and it works. And the movie tackles these themes in a very mature way, and it does it without being preachy and without shoving a message down the audience's throat, which I absolutely love. I think it would have been too easy for them to do that, and they avoided doing it, so it all worked out great. I really liked the villain of this movie, Sentry, and I won't spoil anything for those of you that don't know, but he was a great villain. It fit the themes of this movie. It was he was a scary villain, and it really worked. I think he's arguably one of the best villains after Endgame, and I just think it was pretty fun to watch. I loved the design of him. I think he was a good villain. He wasn't really, I wouldn't call him the standout of the film, because that wasn't the point of this movie, but he was a good villain that fit what the movie was talking about. When it comes to the third act, the first 2 acts of this movie, the first hour and a half, is very grounded, very simple, very small, which I absolutely loved. I love that they weren't trying to go for it, not trying to do anything like otherworldly or anything. Getting into the third act, they do try and do something a little bit like that. They do something a little different in the third act of this film, and I've seen some mixed reviews on it. Some people say they like it. Some people say that it didn't quite do it for them. I really enjoyed it. I thought the visuals looked really cool. I thought it upped the stakes while still feeling grounded and small in a good way. I think the dynamic of the whole team works really, really well, and I was curious to see how they were going to set up this team, because when you look at the posters, you look at just the overall premise of this film, it is a ragtag team of characters that on paper absolutely should not work together, and the way they set it up is very interesting. There's a lot of misdirection involved. There's one scene when they all come together, and I really enjoyed it. I thought, wow, this is really interesting how they did it. I think they pulled it off really cleverly. This movie genuinely made me excited for the future of the MCU again, and that is something that even recent MCU projects that I have enjoyed, like Deadpool and Wolverine, have been able to do. So I can't wait for Fantastic Four and beyond. I think they set that up really, really well. And with this movie, I think the future of the MCU looks somewhat bright again. All in all, I really enjoyed Thunderbolts, and it feels so good to say that this was a much needed step in the right direction for the MCU. I don't think it's quite the best movie since Endgame, and I don't think it needs to be. It was a fun addition to the MCU. I had a fantastic time watching it in the theater, and that's all that I expected out of it. So what did you think of this movie? Let me know down in the comments below. Where does it rank for you among all of the MCU movies? I have a bunch of other MCU content coming in the next couple of weeks, so stay tuned for that. And until then, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and keep watching movies.